makes a brand truly stand out? Is it just a logo, a catchy tagline, or a pretty website? While those elements matter, they're just the tip of the branding iceberg. A standout brand is more than its visual identity. It's the feeling people get when they interact with your business, the trust you build, and the impact you leave behind. In other words, it's the difference between being the life of the party and being the person who stands awkwardly by the snack table, hoping someone will notice their new business cards. I'm Bear Wade, and this is the Sizzle Podcast, where we help you grow your customer engagement so that you can grow your business. So let's talk about what branding really means. Think about the last time you were drawn to a brand. Was it just because of their logo? Probably not. Chances are it was the way they spoke to you, the way they made you feel, or how they solved a problem you had. Take Apple, for example. Their logo is simple, a clean, minimalistic apple with a bite taken out of it. But what do we really associate with Apple? Innovation, simplicity, prestige, and an almost cult-like ability to convince us that we need another $1,200 gadget that does the same thing as the one we bought last year, but shinier. Now think about a local business you love. Maybe it's a coffee shop or a boutique store. Their branding goes beyond their sign on the door. It's in the experience. The smell of freshly brewed coffee, the way the staff greets you, the music playing in the background, and even the texture of the business card they hand you. All of these elements contribute to branding that sticks, like gum on your shoe, but in a good way. I once heard that branding is described as what people think about you when you aren't in the room. The secret ingredients of a standout brand. If you want your brand to be more than just a logo, you need to think holistically. Here are the key elements that create a truly standout brand. Brand identity, more than just a pretty logo. Your logo is important, but it's just the beginning. Your brand colors, fonts, photography style, and even the tone of your written content all work together to create a cohesive brand identity. Think of how Target uses bright red and bold typography to create a strong, energetic identity. It's like their branding is shouting at you, buy this, you need it, you have no choice. Brand voice and messaging. What's your brand's personality? Your voice is how you communicate with your audience. Are you professional and authoritative, playful and casual, inspirational and uplifting? Your messaging is what you communicate. It should be consistent across every platform, from your website to your social media, emails, and even your customer service responses. Wendy's, for example, has a bold and witty social media presence that has helped them stand out in a sea of corporate fast food chains. If you haven't seen their Twitter roasts, do yourself a favor and dive into that beautiful, spicy rabbit hole. Customer experience, how people feel when they interact with you. Branding isn't just what you say. It's what people experience when they interact with your business. Do you offer an easy, seamless buying experience? Do you create memorable moments for your customers? Nordstrom is a great example of this. Legendary. For their customer service, they've built a brand on trust, ease, and customer satisfaction. You could return a used tire there, and they'd probably take it back with a smile. Brand reputation and trust? Are you the real deal? People buy from brands they trust. A strong brand isn't just about looking good. It's about delivering consistently and building credibility over time. Social proof, testimonials, and real customer success stories play a huge role in brand trust. Tesla, for instance, built an empire not just through innovation, but through a brand identity focused on future-forward technology and sustainability, and the promise that one day maybe your car will drive itself while you nap. Emotional connection. Make people feel something. The most successful brands don't just sell products, they sell feelings. Coca-Cola isn't just a soda, it's happiness in a bottle. Nike isn't just shoes. It's the feeling of pushing your limits and achieving greatness. Your brand should connect emotionally with your audience, whether it's excitement, security, nostalgia, or confidence. Or in the case of IKEA, a roller coaster of hope, despair, rage, and ultimately triumph as you assemble a bookshelf with nothing but an Allen wrench and a prayer. How to make your brand unforgettable. Now that we know what makes a standout brand, how do you ensure that yours isn't just another forgettable business? Create a brand guide. This document should outline your colors, fonts, logo usage, and messaging tone. It ensures that every piece of content you create is consistent with your brand identity. Think of it as your brand's holy book, except instead of commandments, you have hex codes and font pairings. Stay consistent everywhere. Your website, social media, packaging, emails, and even employee interactions should all feel like they're coming from the same brand. Inconsistency confuses customers and makes you seem untrustworthy, like a restaurant that serves sushi and tacos on the same menu. Just why? Define your brand values. What do you stand for? What makes you different from your competitors? Patagonia is a great example of this. By standing for sustainability and ethical production, they've created an incredibly loyal customer base. People will pay $200 for a fleece vest just to prove they care about the planet. Engage with your customers, build relationships, respond to comments, encourage user-generated content, make customers feel like part of your brand. If they take the time to engage with you, don't ghost them like a bad Tinder date. Evolve, but stay true to your core identity. Brands that don't evolve get left behind. However, evolution doesn't mean completely changing who you are. It means staying relevant while keeping your core brand intact. McDonald's has evolved massively over the decades, but has always remained true to its identity as an affordable, fast, and family-friendly brand. Plus, they'll always have the McFlurry machine that may or may not be broken. Your Sizzle Challenge. This week, take a step back and evaluate your brand. Does it go beyond a logo? Is your message clear? Does every touch point feel like it belongs to the same brand? Here's your action step. Identify one area where you can strengthen your brand experience. Maybe it's updating your brand colors to feel more modern, refining your website copy for consistency, or improving how your team interacts with customers. To learn more about me, visit bearwade.com. This has been a production of Sizzle. Grow your customer engagement at timetosizzle.com. Let's turn up the heat, and I'll see you in the next episode.